When I pull up in the spot, they be asking what I got. Gas for an extra mile, an extra inch for the dot. When I pull up in the spot, better show me what you got. Red beam here.
Welcome to another special episode of Podcast with Soul. My name is Samuel Soul, and today, guys, we're outside, man. We're outside, and we're gonna be having our very first DJ on the show. I'll just let him introduce himself. Welcome to the show.
Away.
Just introduce yourself, what you do.
Yo, this is Kaiga. What do I do? I'm a DJ.
Tell people what you do exactly. What type of DJ and what?
Yo, this is Kaiga. I'm a promoter slash producer, DJ, and overall just a gent. Yeah.
So with promotion, what kind of promotion do you do?
So I do events and club promotions.
So do what? The thing, posters, or you just promote the clubs and you book artists also?
Yeah, I do bookings, I do events, posters, just in general, everything concerning a concert for a certain show that I'd be a part of at that time. So that's the kind of promoting I do. So it includes booking artists, getting poster designs, doing payments, overall stuff like that.
Okay, before we could actually talk about your DJing career,
Yeah.
I need you to clarify something, especially when you mentioned about promos. So you're the one who pays the DJs, right?
Yeah, I'm the one who does the gig.
And there's this thing with a lot of local DJs and MCs. They
Yeah.
complain that promoters, they don't pay them. They pay them with alcohol. How
Yeah.
true is that?
I wouldn't know exactly how true is that because from me to you, I'd say I don't remember not booking anyone and not paying.
But you pay them with alcohol or you pay them with money? Or depend on the deal?
We pay booking fees.
Okay.
We pay booking fees because it also it's going to need a reference and stuff like that for invoicing. So we have to pay artists because I'm an artist myself. So if I wouldn't pay an artist, how do I expect when I get a booking to play somewhere and
they pay with alcohol?
and they don't, not necessarily alcohol, let's just say they don't pay me at all? I don't think I'd be able to pay.
Because a lot of them, they complain that you find that a certain establishment,
Yeah.
they get there, they're booked,
Yeah.
but there's no money that is coming. There's there's a whole lot of alcohol
Yeah, but that goes
without
to
getting money.
that goes to the agreement made. I don't think anyone would advertise an event and not have been in a conversation with everyone that's on the poster
posters.
design.
Okay.
So it's per agreement. If people are agreeing to that and tomorrow they start to complain, it's on them.
Now it makes sense. So it goes with how everybody agree. It goes with the agreement. Some
goes
agree
with
that
the
it's fine,
agreement.
alcohol is fine.
Look, I don't think anyone would offer an artist, yo bruh, please come play through, I'm going to pay you with alcohol. I highly doubt. Me personally, I've never been approached in that way.
In that way.
Yeah, I've never.
Or does it depend
But
on the
it doesn't
brand?
mean that I've never done a free show.
So you're saying that a lot of artists, they confuse the free show with the paying gig.
Exactly, because they don't, and most artists really have a struggle with going about their agreements per show, when how to go about everything. You understand?
And also, I've noticed that some they don't even have what you call it, a booking fee.
They don't even
they
know
don't really
how.
have how much they wear. So how do you work around that?
So more especially focusing on local artists.
Yeah.
Me hosting an event, if I am to get a headliner, headliners vary on their booking fees. But if I would get to book local artists like we normally do, I'd say we have a certain amount that I offer you.
Okay.
So me offering you the certain amount that, yo, this is Kaiga, I would like to get you on for this day. I'm willing to pay this one.
So it's all up to me if I decide. Okay,
yeah,
cool,
it's all up to you.
That's fine, or not. It's not fine.
Yeah, that you want to jump
Makes
on,
sense.
or if you want to negotiate.
It makes a lot of sense.
Because
now
sometimes
that makes sense.
Sometimes it's you might find that I'm even paying more than their booking. You understand?
Okay.
Or what I'm offering is way above their booking. But if it's me thinking that this guy is deserving
More
to
than-
be on this lineup, because remember, coming with the concept, we know that when I book artists, the kind of event, what kind of event is that? Is it a chill, more day vibe? Is it a night thing? You
So
understand?
they differ with based on which event it is, the rating.
Because budgets also
They differ.
They differ.
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense because I wanted you to clarify that before we could actually get into anything.
Yeah.
Because hey, bayakhala please.
Yeah,
a lot
I know.
a lot of local DJs they cry.
I've seen people cry.
Then
But-
they blame the thing organizers. You know.
Yeah, but also I'm not saying that people would book you for a gig, especially those people who want to pay you after a gig, or those people who are making profits through door or through a certain percentage at the bar. So it's a bit tricky one like that.
So actually it
So how
depends on the deal that you have with the establishment.
yeah, so how we operate is I would get a budget to work on. So getting a budget to work on is when it's more simpler for me to be guaranteed that I'm going to make payments in order
And know who to pay and all those type of things.
because I know people who make money though, but sometimes they work at a loss.
So when it's a win-win situation,
We don't lose situation.
type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's actually get into the whole DJing thing.
Yeah.
When did you actually start DJing? Did you go to school for it or you were self-taught? What's the story here?
So I started DJing back in 2012.
Yeah, that's long.
Yeah,
So
back
now
in-
it's a decade.
yeah,
Edit.
yeah. So I used to walk around with an old bra of mine when we'd go to play a gig. I'd just be there just for the experience. But I got my first payment, not booking but payment as a DJ. That paying you this much. Somewhere around 2014.
Jeez,
Yeah, that's when I got my first payment.
how much was it?
It was a fair amount at that time and a fair amount of the upcoming DJ I was at the time.
At the time.
Yeah,
So it was actually worth the thing. At the time you were worth that much.
I was worth that much. I wouldn't lie.
Jeez, man, it's not a long time.
Yeah.
But in the journey, the struggle, you never actually decided to go and pursue media studies or sound engineering.
No, actually everything. Like even now, I actually released my first ever single this year on a compilation. So everything is self-taught, man. I'm just getting information, gathering information together.
And also hard working on it.
Yeah, and hard working on it. You know, putting in the hours and stuff.
But like when you started out, what were the challenges? Were you getting paid or some of the gigs they were like people can award?
Yeah, because also at that time the industry around was just not in a good state. So it was very tricky to play other venues or to get on a lineup or to, you just had to know.
It's quite bad.
You just had to know someone that knows someone.
More like
that's
you're
yeah.
a gatekeeper in the room.
And you need to be good like that. Right? Yeah. Now it's easy because sometimes you can do people have never had break or
artists they became DJs. Anyone now can be a DJ. I can just wake up and be like, I want to be a DJ.
As long as you got the numbers, I don't want to lie, bro. Like numbers,
They really matter.
Yeah. Lately, what I'm seeing now in the scene is that it's no longer about the art and how good you affect it and how you go about it, how you go about your branding, it's all about numbers. Bro. If you get numbers,
then you're good to go. You become a proper. You're a DJ now.
Yeah.
Because I've seen there are a couple of DJs which I wouldn't mention the name. There's one which she became big within a period of 6 months during lockdown.
Yeah.
Now I see that she's living overseas, and there's like DJs who've been in the field for over 20 years, and they're still local.
Yeah, but also everything has its own time. You know, you can't, like for me personally, I've learned not to compare myself with how people go about their thing, because I know I've got my own thing
And
going
you're on your own lane.
Yeah, so like this, I know when the consistency is there, everything is just going to be on point. So I know someone can take 20 years and someone can take 2 months to
But
make it in the
But don't you feel a pressure having to book some of those artists which they blew up in a period of 6 months, and you have to open for them?
No, I don't really feel the pressure, because like I said, it's all about how you go about your thing. So I've played before and after good and bad artists, I wouldn't lie. So it's just when it's in you, it's in you. And if it's not in you, it's just going to
Okay, and also
break down at some point.
there's this other thing that I wanted to know. A lot of artists, right?
Yeah.
They like to say that when they go to venues, the resident DJs, they always make sure that whoever comes, they don't really have a good set.
Not really, bro. Because lately, I play like proper sound engineer, proper clubbing experience. So I've never had a problem with resident DJ, because those kind of venues have like a sound engineer in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, a DJ is a DJ.
But you never been in an establishment where you find that a resident DJ is having a problem with you. Maybe Arwarasa,
For me now, well, back then I'd have a problem, but now as long as I got my money,
You're good.
I'm good to go. Yeah.
So how do people book you? Do you have a manager or
So
Wageperek?
right now I'm still doing my own bookings, PR, everything. I do it myself.
So you don't have a manager, somebody who does
No, I don't.
bookings for you at the moment?
I don't have an agent. But I've had a few agents.
But how come, dog?
I've had a few.
You've won a couple of DJing competitions, so how come you're not having a manager or somebody who bookings for you?
For me, because I'm able to do the job. So to get someone proper to do that job for me when you know how to do it,
That's pointless and fun.
it's not pointless. It's just you need to get someone as good as you go about it yourself. You understand?
Yeah, that makes sense. And the competition, dog.
Yeah.
You went when it was what at the junction? What
It was a Jinx DJ
competition?
Yeah. So Jinx is one of the best nightclubs in South Africa, in my opinion, when it comes to service and sound, music, the overall service.
So they serve. When it comes to that, they just serve.
It's proper. Like it was the first ever. Actually, it was the first ever club that I got to really play my sound, because I've always been into a more electronic, up-tempo vibe. But
People in the hood that don't understand that.
yeah, and people in the hood don't understand that. But we also have to compromise. As an artist, I can't be saying no, guys. We need to focus on this because everything has its own
place where you get to play such a sound in a certain way.
So that's where I got to like really play my sound. That's where I actually got to, because of playing Jinx, I got to play other prestige venues.
So it opened up doors for you. So the competition, how was it? Like, how did you enter the competition?
So I found out about the competition on Instagram, if I remember very well. But I've been to Jinx before the competition.
So you knew the scene in the club?
I knew the scene, I knew the dance floor, I knew they had 2 dance floors. So I've been to Jinx a couple of times because of the music. It's what takes me. And I've been trying to get to Jinx. I've been sending emails.
And they're not responding to those emails?
Yeah, because who am I at the time? You understand? Yeah. So once I saw the competition, I was like, I had someone taking my bookings at the time. So, but he wasn't my manager.
He was just helping.
He was doing the admin work on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went to the venue. They held the auditions of the venue. I know this is going to sound weird, but after my set, I think I auditioned just after probably 10, 15 people when I auditioned. But just after my set, I was told on the spot that you actually won.
Without having to sit down and
without them having to hear.
Because there were judges or other DJs.
Yeah, everyone got to audition, but they told me.
That's dope, dog. Dope, dog. So you actually gave them the sound that they were looking for.
Yeah, because at the time they were looking for a DJ that plays my kind of sound, because it was a DJ for the techno floor.
Oh,
they were opening a new floor at the venue. They were like looking for DJs. So I was told on the spot like, yo, bro, this is yours. I was like, yeah, sure, for sure. But I can't get excited until announcement. Yeah.
So when they announce you, you never, because here's the thing, a lot of people once they start winning such competitions, they're no longer playing in certain venues, they're playing in certain venues only.
No, I'm
like, nah,
I've always been able to maintain my relationships with other venues that I've always been playing. If we've had a relationship with a promoter, it's never hard for them to get a hold of me to book me. So I don't know now, because now booking fees have gone a bit up,
Your booking fees?
Yeah. So, but I've never.
Do you actually mind disclosing how much you charge? Or it depends on the venue?
It depends. Sometimes we have to look at.
But you're studying prices. If there's somebody probably they want to book you to come and play.
Yeah, a couple of thousands.
Oh, it's a couple of zeros.
Yeah, a couple of thousands. Yeah.
But it's not that hectic.
It's a bit hectic to some.
I mean, people who actually want to pay, it's not hectic.
Yeah, but in my opinion, it's actually worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
So, do you also play at weddings?
I've never played a wedding gig.
So you only gig in the club?
Yeah, I only do club bookings at the moment. I've never done like a special ceremony wedding kind of setting.
Yeah, where you actually like kick it out.
Also, I don't think my music is fitting
for wedding,
for those kind of.
So what kind of music do you play? Because I heard you talking about versatility, but like, what is like your set? Because like every time, which type of music do you play on your set?
So I play techno, I play Afro house, and deep house. And lately I've just started playing on my piano.
Yeah, now everybody's playing piano now. It's like the way.
That's where the money is.
So since the piano came into the scene,
Yeah.
how did it affect you as a DJ? Did you have to switch up and
I didn't necessarily have to switch up. You know, times are evolving and sounds are also evolving as well. So we can't always be stuck in the 90s sound when something new is coming through. Yeah, so I'm just moving with the scene.
But have you ever played a set where you played your deep house, then people were like, no, we want piano, we want piano?
No. So far, no. For the past 3-4 years to date, I've never really played a boring venue or setting. It has always been on point.
It's always been proper.
Yeah, because now when I take bookings, I'm going to ask you what kind of music you want me to play to, so I can deliver, you know.
So you're saying that you can do it. So out of all the DJs in the north that you know, who do you look up to?
Who do I look up to?
Yeah.
I look up to myself.
Because there's people like Floyd Luna, there's a couple of DJs who are big, who have been doing it for more than 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You can get people who've been doing it for the longest time,
But not involving with the sound.
Yeah, with no direction of some sort. But being honestly, I look up to myself because I'd like to believe I do so many things differently from what I'm seeing, how people approach,
how they making the moves and all that.
I was fortunate enough to meet the right people at some point in my life that I got to learn so much from, you know. So now recently, where I'm more, I know what I'm looking for, and I know how to go about it, and I know how
to deliver.
Yeah.
But as a DJ, do you guys? I've seen like how most local DJs they beef. There's just beef among DJs.
Yeah.
What's the problem? Like, what's the main cause of the beef? Because most local DJs, they have beefs among themselves.
Yeah.
Is it about who's playing the better set, or who's doing what, who's making moves?
I think it's about competition. People are so focused in competing and forget to
Secure the bag.
enhance their art. You know, art is very beautiful, so, and it's always evolving. It's always so. If you're more focused, I've never had beef
with any DJ.
No, I don't remember having. So people are just the media hype that so and so is beefing with so and so, and they think that's cool and stuff because certain celebrities are.
But they say beef makes money.
Well, for them,
in a sense of money, they say beef makes money. You know, when there's beef, there's more money. But also, have you ever gotten to a point where you felt disrespected by a certain promoter because they wanted to pay you maybe Chaltenyani, or they just told you, no, dog, we're gonna give you a bottle of Hennessy?
Yeah, I've heard. I wouldn't say disrespect. It's what's on offer, right? Like everyone has a price.
Yeah, but a bottle of whiskey.
That's the thing. For me, as we call them, accommodation riders are not. It's not a necessity because this is part of my job. You understand? So I don't really chase what I should be given on. There are events and venues and promoters to have that kind of approach and that are affording, because events differ, bro. We can. There's a 2 million. There's a 2 million worth of budget for entertainment
yeah.
on events, and then there's a 20k budget for entertainment for an event. So you can't get book. For instance, you can't get bookings for those kind of events on the same day and expect the same quality
of
when
work,
it comes to production, when it comes to accommodation, payments, comparing those two, you understand? So it differs, bro.
But you organizing an event, so they give you a budget, then you organize the event.
I work on a budget.
You work on the budget, then you book whoever you want to book at the time.
I book the relevance to the event. Yeah. So
But have you ever experienced where you book somebody and pay? Because mostly they want 50% before the gig, right?
Yeah.
You pay and they never pitch up.
We've never had the people who have done that to us is they refund or we schedule. Things happen. You have to understand. Things happen. You can get sick. You can get allergies. You can get stuff like that. It's either we reschedule to a new date or we have to refund.
Which also
But refund is minus marketing, so they're gonna have to take a certain amount
of marketing
because we use
let's just say
someone else's name on an event.
So you said that if you guys, let's just say you guys paid me 20k and I couldn't make the show, so I'm not going to return the whole 20k. I'm going to return maybe 16, 17.
Yeah, we're going to return a certain amount.
Gee, this is a win situation. It doesn't matter how I go on about it.
It's a lose, bro. But remember how much you use on that.
It's quite a lot, but
yeah.
Oh, so you guys pay such.
Yeah, but some have to refund. But for local artists, we book you and then you come do the service and then we pay you after.
Also, with local artists, it's all about they work first, get paid after.
Oh, artists that I have, you know, there are artists that you have a relationship with.
Yeah.
So if it's someone I have a relationship with, if they know Kaiga, we have our own relationship, we know how much we pay, how much we go about everything. It's no longer a matter of yo, bruv, got them so much. I'm just going to ask you, are you available on this day? They're available. They already know their standard procedure.
How they're going to get paid.
Yeah, they know how we're going to do. Unless I have additions to anything, I'm going to address those. So yeah,
that's pretty good. Dog, as a DJ, you guys are always on the road.
Yeah.
Do you have a love? Does your love life even exist, man? At this point,
well,
I can just give you a yes or no type of situation. You know?
No.
So it doesn't exist.
Used to.
Or used to. Ah, okay. So, I know you're one of those people, you know, that okay, it's cool. I don't have I'm not in any, so I can go to any gigs because you gig me every weekend.
Yeah. But you know, to touch a bit on my previous things, dog. I've always been lucky to be in relationships with people who understand the kind of job I do and the requirements and the
Which is
demands.
pretty dope.
Yeah, because I'd address this at the beginning of the relationship to just balance the confusion.
For like a DJ, I got people who are gonna be screaming.
I'm down.
Yeah, for me when I'm playing, so don't get mad.
I've had people show me teeth.
Jeez, dog.
Then
Then what do you do when they do that?
I'm just there. I'm just doing my job. No reaction whatsoever. I'm just there doing my job. So yeah.
And she has to understand that. Oh, okay, there's gonna be those kind of awkward situations.
You know when you're always in the like when the focus is always on you, you get used to it to a point. It's a normal thing for you. It was overwhelming at first because you wouldn't know how to react.
Yeah, obviously you'll be like,
yeah.
what's happening?
But now, as time goes, you get used to those kind of situations. You get used to
And I've seen
people just staring
and stuff like that. And I've seen that you've been playing in a couple of big venues. I saw you at one of the Shivers venues. It's called the Hangout.
Yeah, the hangout.
Yeah, I saw you playing a set there. So who's making these bookings in this big venues for you? Or you make them yourself, or there's somebody who like you? Because now it's all about plugging each other.
Not necessarily plugs. You know, there are ways to approach venues like that. When you have your bio in check, when you have your profile in check, when you have your reference in check, when you have your artistry in check.
So when you say reference in check, you mean like you put what? Club owners or wherever you played as reference, or what's the story there?
For me, I'd say, you know, when you've seen that someone has played Ultra Music Fest, it's going to be much easier for you to play H2O, Rocking the Daisy. It's going to be much easier. If you played a certain venue on the same scale, it's going to be easy when you approach. See yourself. My name is Kaiga. Just passing through. You understand? And then it's going to be much easier for you to.
But do they sometimes call the reference that you put?
Well, they can if they want to.
Because I thought sometimes I can just be like, I play in New York. And that time I've never been in New York in my life.
People like to get things done. You are with giant.
Obviously it's like that. So your reference now, you're telling me that your profile is it's getting bigger.
I wouldn't say it's getting bigger. It's, like I said, I was fortunate enough to meet the right people at the right time, at that time. So I know how to go about an approach. I know how to compile my profile. I know how to manage just a lot of stuff within my artistry. So
that's pretty.
So I know how to do my PR, So yeah.
That's pretty. That's pretty good.
So as they say, when it's just there and you see it, it's easy to approach. So yeah.
And also, you also produce your own sound, right?
Yeah.
You dropped the first single.
Yeah.
The title of the song?
The Myth.
Where can people get it?
It's available everywhere. You can get it on Beatport, Spotify, all the other streaming platforms.
But are you also planning to actually start dropping music?
Yeah, I'm
or
actually,
just gonna focus on the DJ?
I'm actually working on an EP now that I don't have a dropping date.
But the title?
I don't have a title as well, but I'm working on something for the next year.
So what do? You produce everything yourself, or you're outsourced?
No, I produce, but also I do outsource.
Because I've seen a lot of people now, they do outsource.
Yeah.
DJs, they do outsource.
Exactly.
So what's your take about gatekeeping?
We move. My take is that if the gate is locked, if it's kept, we move. We move. I don't pay that much attention to that. But okay, would you say that you also, since you're an event planner, you organize a lot of gigs, would you also call yourself a gatekeeper? I wouldn't say I'm a gatekeeper, but I don't know what people say out there. But for me,
now people say that you're a gatekeeper.
People would say that I'm a gatekeeper, but if people like forcing things, But like I said, events vary on the setting, the mood and everything. You understand? So, for instance, I can't be forcing to play a deep house event while I'm an amateur.
Yeah, which is that one. It's always the case.
So once you're not getting that,
they say you gatekeep.
They say you gatekeep. But if you're not deserving to play,
you don't deserve to be.
You don't deserve to play. That's how it is. That's how the industry works, man.
Because a lot of people complain about gatekeeping. You know? Even DJs, they do complain about it, that other DJs, especially resident DJs, are gatekeepers. Which they will never let them play, even if they could ask for slots. They'll be like, get to know, I went, no. Done.
I've always managed to align my energy with the right people who are willing to work with me. And also, I've always been able to think business first before personal business.
Put your personal feelings aside and focus on business.
But also, it's very hard to work with someone that your energy is not aligned. So this is why I prefer to have a relationship with people I work with.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that way it makes everything more simpler. The approach, everything. You know.
But do you get approached by a lot of upcoming DJs, young DJs, wanting you to actually give them a slot to play?
I do. And we actually give them slots.
Then they play.
They come through and play. I do get approaches from, bro, my name is so and so, from where and where. I'm a DJ, or I'm a performer, I'm an artist. I'd like to.
You also book rappers?
No, because I know. I don't book rap. I've never booked much rappers because the kind of events
that you do,
that I do, is not hip-hop focused. But I've booked a couple of people.
So, but in the north, how many hip-hop DJs do you guys have? Because I only know one.
It's quite a few, but it's quite a few as well that are good.
Because I only know one.
I know it. I know it.
For me, I only know Megzo. Yeah, I only know Megzo as a hip-hop DJ. The rest I don't even know them. I don't even know there's any other hip-hop DJ.
I don't know, but I know a few. I've never worked with Megzo. So, but he has come through to some of the events that we do, playing for someone else.
Because I've listened to his sets. They're proper. He's the only DJ that I know that, okay, this is a hip-hop DJ. The others is, man. I don't know.
We have DJs like KY.
Oh yeah, KY.
Scruff.
I don't know him.
Yeah, he's dope.
KY is from where? Cosmo, Honeydew where?
Yeah, that's it. He stays around the north. I'm not sure where he's at.
Oh, but he's a north DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, I do know. Yeah, now not. Yeah.
So yeah, we have quite a few. Some I don't know their names.
But you book them when it's necessary for you to actually have bookings you do.
Yeah, if only I've come across them and work something out.
But female DJs?
I know a few as well.
So you telling me that in the north there's only few female DJs?
Yeah, not so much, but I've seen a lot of them trying it out, which is a good thing.
Because it needs balance between the two.
Yeah, we need more female DJs in the north. So yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So Fitz, let's talk about the upcoming boxing match or whatever. Our boxing match.
Our boxing
match. You know, and how far it is, you know, I've seen there's a couple of people who wanna, I don't know, the sponsor or whatever the case may be. So, but like, would you actually like have a boxing match as a sport?
I'd be keen. Yeah, we need that. But also, we've had this discussion before that we have certain issues that needs to be ironed out before.
But you think you're gonna win?
I stand a chance.
No,
Yeah, for sure. I think I can win. I'm actually going to win. Not that I think I can win. I know I'm going to win.
Round Manso, Oshebi.
Round 2 with a knockout. For sure, for sure.
So you saying you're gonna knock me out?
For sure, bro.
But like for you to actually box, what are the requirements?
For me too?
To actually decide that okay, sharp, I reach you already. Getting into it like how much you think this match is worth at this point?
It's worth a lot. You just need to get the right paperwork. You need to get the right setting, the right people, you know, and not people who are just wanting to cash in.
Because I've noticed that a lot of people, they actually want to cash in. They want to cash in.
That's the thing. At whose expense? That's the thing. You understand? So.
But you're not worried or December you DJ, like you're gonna DJ with the blue idea.
We can rock the shades. But I don't think I'd get a blue eye. We can rock the shades.
So now what are we looking for? It's a promoter, right?
Sure.
Somebody's willing to pump in money.
Yeah, sure.
Then we're on.
But being honest is, I highly doubt it can happen this festive because festive.
Yeah, festive. There's too many gigs,
Yeah.
So it's something that I don't know much.
I won't
next year, so it could
Yeah.
be. There will be a match.
Because I won't be getting enough rest. So if you're going to win, it's going to be because I was in the right state.
But I'll also be gigging at the time.
Yeah, but exactly. So, but I won't be resting. I know myself. I won't be resting much.
So next year we can actually give them like a proper match
For sure.
with the right amount.
With the right amount.
Because we can't just box, then there's no money. Because I've seen, you know how it is in the hood, man.
Yeah.
Everybody want to cash in.
Everyone just wants to make a cut. Everyone wants to get a cut.
There's always a middleman. Middleman wants to cut.
No one cares that I might get a blue eye or I might lose a teeth.
Who knows? Maybe
They just want the money. So
maybe I'm going to stretch.
Eish.
Never know. But that one will discuss it. When time goes on, we'll have a discussion about it. Then we'll see how it goes. But like let's talk about the state of music in the north.
Yeah.
Do you think that the north DJs? Let's talk about DJs in terms of music. Do you think we have enough songs that are out in the north? House songs, piano songs?
No. But I like the direction the scene is taking now.
Because in the last 5 years, I only had like 2 people dropping songs.
Yeah. You probably had no idea that I dropped a song.
Nah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's too many DJs in the north, but you guys don't market your sound. Like you don't push each other as much as rappers. Because I know if a rapper decides to drop today.
For me personally, people are so focused in the north and not focused in making it
outside the north.
Making it in the industry. Not outside the north, but actually having a name and a stable in the industry. So being focused on the north, that they need to know me in deep sleep because we stay around here.
So people, they focus more being hood stars
than actually
blowing up,
making stables in the industry. So
makes sense.
Me personally, I'm much more focused in the industry and what I want as a person.
But how come we don't have people who are dropping piano songs in the north that are actually like big?
I don't know, maybe it's how they go about dropping their music. Sometimes you can be my friend, Brian. I can't force feed you my
sound.
My sound.
Yeah, you find that at the time the sound is not nice.
I'm expecting you to promote
and also to feel the sound, and the sound is not nice. And
you need to invest yourself in what you want, promote in the right spaces. Because having a song played by your friend and taking a video is close to worth nothing. nothing than having your song play on radio. You understand? So that's how it is.
Because I've never, I've never seen a house music video. It's always hip hop video. I've never seen the one that came out of the north.
Yeah.
Okay, the problem is DJs, they don't want to invest or what's happening on the craft.
Probably they don't want to invest as much, or that's.
But you guys have numbers. Let's be honest, DJs have numbers.
Yeah, we do have the numbers, but everyone has their own approach to this thing.
Because I had a conversation with this other DJ. I'm not going to mention his name, but it's from around here. He was telling me that he can't produce, right? But there's kids that want him to drop their music through his name.
That's how it goes.
But he's not taking that. He's like, no, bruh, I don't think the people in the North will actually vibe it to music that is produced within the hood.
I've always, to answer that, I've always thought nothing is good enough that I do or writing music or stuff. But you never know until you put it out there.
Yeah, that's true. You never know how good it is until you put it out there.
You just need to put it out there. You don't know. You can't judge yourself. You know, art can't be perfect.
You learn through.
That's how you learn. You learn through feedback. So if you just keeping it to yourself, you don't know what to improve on. You don't know the next time how to go about that. You understand? So,
but do you see the hood in the coming years musically? Would you see it growing and having a couple of people in the industry, or do you see it dying out?
I see it growing. I believe in the hood so much, bro. I believe in the hood so much. There are many great artists in the hood. I see it going somewhere, but people need to put the content out there.
Because I see that it's not bad with the house DJs. I'm having a problem. Like, it's hard for me to actually drop music because there's only a few people that I know that they drop music. Yeah, just few people. Because they're consistent also.
Yeah.
And as for others, I don't know what's the problem. Maybe they just want to be DJs.
Yeah, maybe they just want to be the North DJs.
And getting bookings, getting bottles.
Yeah, doing gigs, stuff like that.
And you will never know that's what happens.
They never judge people, you know?
Yeah, we don't make the same moves.
Yeah.
We make the same moves. Dog, I'm glad that we had actually sit down.
Yeah, I'm actually, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, you've been postponing. Just like how other DJs will do, kept them postponed. Next week, you know.
I've always had to, you know, not that I've been busy to have the time.
Yeah, but you were busy with other things. But
Other things that I needed to attend, you know, yeah. But I'm actually happy to be here.
Shout out though for putting it away. Shout out for putting it away.
Yeah.
You guys heard it from him, the man himself, and he actually explained everything. So you guys can check out this episode, and please continue subscribing to the channel and enjoy.
When I pull up in the spot, they be asking what I got. Gas for an extra mile, an extra inch for the dot. When I pull up in the spot.